Mr. Investor, welcome back to the channel, baby. Today we're going to be talking about Nano Dimension. Is it a buy now? We are also going to be talking about some very interesting institutional ownership and all the other positions that have been opened. If you're new around here, welcome to the channel. My name is Miguel and I look for the biggest, juiciest growth stocks, baby. And if you're able to support my channel, please click the join button up here. It's only 99 cents a month. You can join any tier. But if you're unable to, just you hitting the like and clicking subscribe is enough for me. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. So recently, a lot of investors have been frustrated. They're waiting for an acquisition. They're waiting for some news, we want to see something happen. And Yoav Stone has said, be patient because we're not going to get ripped off. We want to make the right acquisition. In the meantime, we went to a 52-week high of $17.89. And over the last month or so, I think there was a day when we actually dipped into the sixes. So the question people have been asking is now the right time to buy? Well, according to Investors Place, Nano Dimension is an excellent play in a burgeoning 3D printing market. They believe that Nano Dimension is trading at a discount for now, but it probably won't last. They spoke briefly about Nano Dimension and what it's up to, saying that it's been, unfairly overlooked because of several enticing electric vehicle stocks and celebrity SPACs. They spoke a bit about additive manufacturing and what Nano Dimension does, and then they stated some statistics. So they said, for the full year's revenue of $3.4 million, it's nothing to jump for joy, but of course we always look at the bigger picture, and they were saying according to Statista.com, the market size for global 3D printing products and services is forecasted to pass 40 billion by 2024. I actually believe it's going to be a lot bigger than this, and we are uniquely positioned within a market because you can see here this is the global printed circuit board market outlook, and if we're talking PCBs alone, it's going to be projected worth to be $75 billion by 2025. And the thing is, it might even be bigger than this because the increase for demand for smart electronics, lots of electrical equipment, different types of consumer electronic devices. There's a whole host of things from smartware to smart homeware to smart watches, and we are uniquely positioned within this 3D printing industry. So now with Cathie Woods making that statement at the beginning of March, stating that Nano Dimension used to call itself a 3D printed circuit board company, and now they are a 3D printed technology device company. So after briefly reading through this article, I saw a name pop up and it got me really curious and interested. They spoke about the hefty amount of money coming in from institutional investors who now own approximately 10% of its outstanding share capital. Renaissance Technologies is the biggest institutional investor in the company. So this statement right here made me go, holy jamoly. Who are these guys? So we were checking up on Jim Simmons. We went to Investopedia and we looked up Renaissance Technology. It turns out that these guys actually have a very successful business. Since its inception, Renaissance Technology's flagship fund, the Medallion Hedge Fund, has generated over $100 billion in trading profits with an annual average return of 71% before fees between 1994 and mid-2014. They have, however, only allowed the Medallion Fund available for employees and family members. Dang it, I want the gains. So this guy, Jim Simons, actually uses quantitative analysis, He uses mathematical and statistical models to interpret data. In doing so, Jim Simmons, the American mathematician, billionaire hedge fund manager and philanthropist, has amounted a wealth of $24.6 billion. That's a big pot of money. So according to Investor Place, they believe that Renaissance Technologies is the biggest institutional investor in the company. So I wanted to check this up and see what I could find. And we can actually see they have 115 institutional owners now. It's about 21% institutional shares. And Renaissance Technology is there alongside ARC and Susquehanna International Group. Now there's a lot of companies that have more shares than this, but what's revealed here I don't think is the full built up position. This is from February 2021 and it shows Renaissance Technologies having less than 1 million shares. So maybe it's delayed, maybe they have actually bought a lot of other shares in this company and we haven't been able to see it, or maybe this website's slow. But another one of their big institutional owners have now opened another position with 2.2 million shares. Susquehanna International Group has increased their holding and I think that they've bought it across a few of their companies. So what has ARK Invest been up to? I'm surprised they didn't put this in the ARK X fund, the space ETF, but they have got it in the Israel one, in ARK W, the internet one, and they've got it in the autonomous and robotics group and 3D printing one, ARK Q. They've literally been trimming the smallest bits of positions. It's nothing to worry about, but they still amount to so many millions of shares here. Across the three portfolios, it looks like they've got around about over 12 million, maybe 13 million shares. And if we look about a year ago in 2020, it was about 85 cents for a share, Nano Dimension. But I believe, and this is not financial advice, that this company could actually explode. If they manage to sell 100,000 machines like Yoav Stern has said, they make the right acquisitions, they get their machine out there to companies, and they start to do do that razor and razor blades business model, then they're going to be selling ink like hotcakes. There's a lot of institutions that are currently investing in 3D printing, and as Nano Dimension has around about $1.5 billion in cash, they've also interviewed over 80 potential acquisition targets. So I think they've narrowed it down to 1 or 2 companies, and what Yoav Stern is waiting for is he's waiting for the borders to open, for C-19 to be over, for countries to open their borders and allow him to go and do his DD on these companies. They've also been working on a new type of machine. They haven't fully developed out the machine that's going to be used in mass manufacturing. And apparently one analyst is offering a revenue estimate of about $5 million for the fiscal year of 2021. But I think, you know, as the industries are moving into 3D printing, this stock isn't just one that we're going to hold for like just a few years. We're going to probably have to hold this stock for quite a while to see it grow into its full potential. I'm going to hold this stock for at least 5 years, maybe 8-10 years. And with the 3D printing industry growing at an exponential rate, Nano Dimension can potentially become a super cash cow. Not to mention all of the sticky contracts that ARK has been talking about, and Kathy Woods. They said one of the most important things about Nano Dimension is their contracts they are winning from defense agencies, and they always look for where defense is putting their money. As you guys may have seen the recent article about L3Harris and Nano Dimension, they printed this radio frequency circuit and a multifarious array of various 3D printed samples, launched them into space, and they're going to the International Space Station. Their deal with L3Harris could be insane, because if they're using our machine, and they always get these juicy government contracts for defense, you know, we are talking $8.2 billion in revenue over there with sticky government contracts. Look, 60% of their business is from the Department of Defense. They have customers in over 100 countries, and Nano Dimension machine can be used in all of these different spaces that they are in. So as always, just remember, this is not financial advice, this is for entertainment only. Let me know your thoughts and opinions surrounding this. And do you believe in Nano Dimension? What are you expecting? What are you waiting for? What catalysts are you expecting next to happen? It seems like we're playing a waiting game, just waiting for an acquisition and also waiting for sales, as well as the development of our new Dragonfly machine that is going to be used for mass manufacturing and run on a neural network. We also have materials to look forward to, so they're working on new composites. But let me know what you think about Nano Dimension and the stock and Yoav Stern so far. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And if you're able to support me, please click the join button above my head. It's only 99 cents and it really helps me create good quality content. But if you're unable to join, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe on this video is enough for me. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. Mr. Invest a lot, over and out, baby.